kill my own son! Fight for the house of Hannibal! By God! Still, Mark, be still!
Company, prepare to halt! Halt! Left face! Rest to the right! Company, order, out! Ladies and gentlemen, those who've just joined us, I'd like to introduce you to the Edinburgh City Guard, defenders of the city in the 18th century, wearing the dress and accoutrements of the City Guard that was the 1730s through to the 1750s. We're here today officially launching this new representation of the City Guard, so we're parading in Edinburgh for the first time as the City Guard since 1817 when the group was disbanded. The reason that we have come to this particular spot here in the historic graveyard of Greyfriars Church is because of that monument there. That is the monument to Duncan van Macintyre. He is famous as a great Gaelic poet of the 18th century, but we are here today because he is slightly less famous for being an officer of Edinburgh's own City Guard. Not only that, but in 1745, when a series of dastardly scoundrels from the Western Highlands, backed up with French money and support, in an unlawful attempt to unseat His Britannic Majesty King George, rebels like this man here, who supported the pretender Charles Edward Stuart and his father James Francis, these rebels came to Edinburgh, defeated an army of Preston Pans through trickery and deceit, no doubt, and later, in January 1746, they fought a battle at Falkirk. Now there is a story, which I hope isn't true, that the day after the Battle of Falkirk was fought, several members of the Edinburgh City Guard were found on inspection to have blackened muskets. So they'd sneaked out when off duty and fought at the battle. We're not entirely sure on which side, since many of the guardsmen were recruited in the Highlands.
Are you sure, sir, which side?
But it matters little. What does matter for us today is that Duncan van Macintyre, before he joined the Edinburgh City Guard, was fighting His Majesty's regular forces and fought at the Battle of Falkirk in January 1746. So an important man to the story of the Edinburgh City Guard, which is why we thought on our launch parade today we'd pop along and pay our respects to him. So once we've done that, we're then going to move round the graveyard and up to the site of the burial of Captain Porteous, another officer of the Edinburgh City Guard from slightly earlier, a slightly less popular fellow since he notoriously gave the City Guard orders to fire upon the Edinburgh mob. They were being, I can assure you, extremely unruly at the time, so it was perfectly warranted. Poor Captain Porteous, however, was broken out of his jail afterwards by the mob and lynched cruelly. So we will go and pay our respects, and it will also heed as a lesson to any overzealous captains that might accompany the City Guard as to what might happen if they overstep their authority. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us, and I will return to my position in the ranks.
Company, take care. Shoulder your pilots. Be prepare for general salute. Present. Arms.
God save King George!
Company. Shoulder. Arms. Okay, company. Right, face. By the left. Forward. Pop.
Your king will do it when the king comes. You'll all be hung, or silent one. When the king comes